most people do is I'm going to stay with what I have and then slowly add accoutrement to what the I'm doing. No, start from success and work backwards. And so that's kind of extreme for a lot of people.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
Men who did better in dating had an internal locus of control versus an external locus of control. You guys want to look that up? I know a lot of you guys, you're tired of woo-woo that you see on some of these podcasts about inner beliefs and all this stuff. Look up internal locus of control versus external locus of control. This is something in hard psychology that you can learn about. Like taking responsibility for your own feelings and actions always and never being a victim. That is a way more successful way to live life. You do that, you combine it with discipline. What's it called? Delayed gratification is another one. That's a key to success right there. The limiting beliefs, you guys have to deal with them every day. What is the one that just kicks you in the stomach? The one where the guy says, I'll tell you what mine is. Bro, I think I'm too old. I'm 46, right? And a lot of people don't realize that. And they're 32 years old thinking they're too old to date a girl who's 25, bro. That is the one that kicks me in the gut. I'm like, they think, bro, I have it, because they'll see streamers and Bitcoin guys who've made millions of dollars at 22 years old and they're 35 and they think it's over for them. That one kicks me in the stomach.
Yeah, especially for me, because I'm the youngest person on the team.
Yeah.
And I'm getting, most of the guys I talk to when we're doing like these coaching calls are older than me.
Yeah.
And they see that I'm younger and they think like, no, like, damn, it's awesome you're getting started. I'm like, no. I wish I was like 35.
Yeah.
That is the peak SMV for any male, especially if you're doing everything right.
Yeah.
So no, I totally understand that.
Oh, by the way, that's another thing Mick contended. Mac and Murphy was contending that women don't think that peak SMV for males is 35. And the reality of the situation is he's sort of right, is because of obesity. Obesity tends to onset later on in life, or rather it's easier to become obese the older you get. So when they talk about like there's a bigger separation, like a higher divorce rate when there's a great gap in between the man and the woman as far as age is concerned, it tends to also have to do with the man losing his sexual market value, partially because of obesity and partially because of just, getting old. So if you stay in really great shape and you're 35, you are at your peak. You are, but it's your responsibility to stay in good shape, to stay limber, to, take care of your skin, the hair transplants if you need, whatever you got to do. Those things are your responsibility.
So I'll go with the biggest limiting beliefs. I had this personally. I hear it a lot, is especially with things we talk about in MOA, is definitely the looks.
Okay.
Good looking. So I'm not 6'3". I'm not like white. I'm not like, I don't have blue eyes. I'm not like, I don't look like a male or whatever, things we want to substitute. That's the biggest one I see like every
That's
day.
the biggest one they hit you up with.
Not even like on the initial call with somebody, but just in the program, in the group coaching calls, in the text messages. I hear it all the time.
Yeah. And so one of the things we try to do to address that, anybody wants to go back and check this out, go look up at Adolfo Tex, Alex Costa, and then go look at Fit X Fearless. In the last month, I've had 3 guys on that specialize in Looksmaxing.
Yeah.
Adolfo, more like physique, like getting the proper physique you want through training. Alex, it's a lot to do with dress and like hair care. And then if you look at Fit X Fearless, it's also like fitness training, clothes that fit you properly, and how facial hair can accentuate your face. And he just shows like the transformation of how he used to look how he looks now.
It's insane.
It's incredible how much better men can look without going to get a nose job or Botox. But there's just things that you can do that not only make you look better, but actually show that you care. Here's the other thing we have to point out. Do looks matter to women? Of course they do. Anyone who tells you they don't, this is another thing. I had Kezia Noble on. She was saying something like, yes, you don't need to work on yourself. You just need to have game. And I'm like, I think that there might be a small subset of women that works on, but I just know so many women that literally will reject you if you have something out of place physically. And by the way, we're not just talking about looks. You just dress wrong. Your breath smells bad. It's very clear you don't know how to groom yourself. Those kind of things, I think that's also a big issue.
Right.
I would say the biggest limiting belief that I hear is I'm going to wait until I'm successful financially before I do anything about my social life. That's something
that's the majority of guys that we talk to.
That's 100% it. And the thing is like, I used to have the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Like I struggled to give myself permission to talk to women, to make new friends, because I was so afraid to tell them that I was struggling financially. I mean, at the time I was, in a job that was like Amazon e-commerce stores, and I was a group fitness instructor. I was probably making like maybe $1,800 a month. My rent was like $1,300. It was tough. It was tough. Like I was barely getting by. I was doing DoorDash on the side. I was doing all the stuff. But the thing is like, if you go out at all, you're going to meet people that are struggling financially that just do not let it affect them at all. And that really shook up my reality. Like I would meet guys who were broke. They were like basically sugar babies to their girlfriend. Like their girlfriend was taking care of them financially, and they were getting it done. And here I was just complaining, thinking I needed to make 10K a month plus before I could have a girlfriend. Yeah, it's amazing to me. Like all it takes is you just stepping out of your own way.
What you're saying is, if you're broke, you need to a rich Instagram model. Just lay it down good on her, and then you can like live off of her. That's what you're saying?
There's some chads out there who are broke that are some billionaire's daughter, and she does not care.
Bro, this city is so full. This city is so full of those dudes. They're just like, it's really funny because this is one of the cities where like the average, especially near the Strip, the average woman is making 2 to 3 times as much as the average man because of the entertainment industry. And so the VIP host and the male stripper and the male bartender are making less than half of what the female cocktail server, the stripper, and female bartender are making, the female pit boss, the female blackjack dealer, whatever. There's a company right now that does topless blackjack dealing, and these girls are leaving a grip, bro. 2 bands a night, like it's crazy. I'm living with 2K a night. The women here make so much money, and the men here are so good looking. And so you see this often where it's the cocktail server who makes 240, who's dating the male stripper who makes 60, and he's sleeping. She's paying for everything.
And you know what's crazy is that like this same excuse gets brought up by guys who are actually doing well financially. They just think they need to do even better financially to finally be qualified.
It actually even gets worse. Not to say on this podcast like don't make money. Obviously, make more money, improve yourself.
Make as much money as you can.
Yeah, of course. But something, we talk about is like crutches, right? When you believe like, hey, it's like the success or the looks or everything, whatever the thing is, but we'll go with money for this example. When they do get the money, now the money is a crutch.
Yeah, that makes it worse.
Success.
Such a great point.
They need to buy the $100,000 table. They need to spend $20K at the strip club. They need to go on seeking arrangements, whatever thing is going to be. And now they're valued for that thing, which is what they never wanted in the first place.
It's the guy in the first 6 months of like working out is asking about taking Tren. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's like, bro, Tren, learn how to fucking diet and work out before you start taking Tren. But that's what these guys are doing. It's like they didn't learn game and they did learn money.
Obviously, we do like the first consultations, but that doesn't take care of all of it until they actually get into coaching. They start talking to you. They get on these one-on-one calls. How do you instill that in the guys that you coach?
I don't like to do like the whole psychology, inner work type. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't work, but the woo-woo stuff doesn't work. Like, I just don't teach it.
Especially on analytical guys.
For sure. Yeah. What I do instead is I say, do you see the thing you want? Yes. Do you see that motherfucker has it? Yes. Why don't we do what he does? And suspension of disbelief and speed of implementation. Just see this guy right here. He did 50 push-ups a day at the end of his workout to failure. And you see like the definition, like how his torso looks different, how his shoulders got broader, et cetera, et cetera. Do you see how he got stronger from doing that? I know there's a million questions between now and success that you have. All those questions, see that he had success and do what he just did for 10,000 hours. When you do that, that's the way I get them to understand that concept. It's like success is on the other end. Do you see the success? You show them the success. Remember we talked about this before? We have a lot of clients. They have a terrible time. They don't believe, they don't deserve the pull, right? They don't deserve to talk to them. They don't give themselves permission or whatever. Whenever you go into their rooms are always messy. Because what are they doing? They're not starting from the end. They're not starting from, I met the girl of my dreams. I'm taking her back to my place to have sex with her. They can't conceptualize of having sex with her because that's the end. What they conceptualize is getting 1% in better shape or dressing a little bit better. And what I always say is start with the end in mind. I always start from cool and work backwards. When people are like, how should I dress? Find who looks exactly like you, looks like your archetype, see how he dresses because he's successful with women, and then start from there and work backwards, as opposed to what most people do is, I'm going to stay with what I have and then slowly add accoutrement to what the I'm doing. No, start from success and work backwards. And so that's kind of extreme for a lot of people.